time now for Coming In Hot with Brent Wallace and former Ottawa Senator Jason York.
Bonjour, mes amis. Welcome to Coming In Hot. Brent Wallace alongside Jason York and Graham Nichols as I continue to kick the camera. I apologize, gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Nice to see both of you. As the road
nice
trip
to see you too. Where are you staying, Wally? How's Quebec?
It's actually, I'm like out. It's basically like Canada. I'm just out in the middle of nowhere. All the food places are around, and I can see the rink from my hotel.
Isn't there like a nice Fairmont downtown you could be at or something, Wally?
Could be, and then I would never travel again.
You're on a tight budget for this road trip. Courtyard Marriott.
We are budgeting our way through this.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I like it. Got to watch the bottom line.
By the way, and the guy who didn't stay at the Courtyard Marriott is Alex Daigle. We'll get to him in a sec. This show is always brought to you by Bet365. Yorkie, it's good to see you. I'm just curious, like, how your weekend was.
My weekend?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Were you bored without me being around?
No, it was great. Played a little golf, watched the Ryder Cup. There was some great theatrics in that with Justin Rhodes and Shabot. The Blue Jays clinched. It was a very good sporting weekend, Wally.
What do we think of the Ryder Cup shenanigans?
I think they should allow fighting in the Ryder Cup. I think it would be awesome. Imagine Rose and DeChambeau just going at it on the green there. I would probably take Justin Rose. I would not underestimate him. Man, he's money. Yeah, it would make golf more interesting.
Just let the caddies fight, right? Even the caddies were getting into it on the weekend. So
it was awesome. That was good.
Good theater. Good theater.
Yeah, it's great theater. So it'd be even better. Like Happy Gilmore too. Let's just let them go at it.
So we're okay with the nonsense that transpired?
The nonsense? Like what?
All the yelling, all the profanity laced, all the throwing beer at the wife.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Like getting
okay. Well, you just said it's all good, and I'm like, wait a sec.
Well, no, I didn't say.
No, between the players, it's all right.
Players,
I don't care about the players. It's just, can we just dial it back here a little? Let's be a tad bit respectful.
Well, it's a little bit of a hostile environment up there, and what's Black Page is up near New York, right? You get an angry. Well, you've been in the stands for New York games at Madison Square Gardens and places like that. It's a hostile environment. Is Rory
still yell at Denny Potvin?
Exactly. Didn't Rory McIlroy's wife get like beer tossed on her or something?
Yeah.
All right.
It's
hostile environment, man.
Okay, let's take care of some business so we can get to one and only Alex Daigle. We had a moment together yesterday. We'll get to that. Graham?
Okay. I got lots of questions.
This show is brought to you by Simply Spiked. When you're hanging out with friends, it's not just about the moment. It's about making memories that last. And nothing pairs better than juicy, refreshing taste of Simply Spiked. Start with the OG classics, Simply Spiked Lemonade, the summer favorite that never disappoints. Want something different? Try the sweet and juicy kick of Simply Spiked Peach. And don't miss the newest member of the lineup, Simply Spiked Limeade. Perfectly sweet, perfectly tart, perfectly refreshing. Can't decide between cherry limeade and blackberry limeade? Grab the variety pack and try them all. These juice beverages are 5% alcohol made with real fruit juice, and they're the perfect drink for any occasion, bonfires, game nights, backyard hangouts, you name it. Simply Spiked has been bringing the juiciness to Canada since 2023, and it's only getting bigger. Pick up Simply Spiked at your local LCBO today. Visit simplyspiked.ca. Must be legal drinking age. Celebrate responsibly.
And also by Shoeless Joe's. They got the best daily deals that you don't want to miss. Burgers, wings, cold beer, great prices, no fluff. Just big flavor, 5 nights a week. This week at Shoeless, you got wings on Wednesday, big burger energy Wednesdays, Thursday night, half price wine and $10 flatbread, Caesar Sundays. And don't forget about those game day bud deals. Canadian team on the big screen, you get your buds for $9. Shoeless Joe's, where daily deals meet big flavor and good times. Orleans and Kempville locations.
Speaking of good times, welcome to the show. One Alex Daigle, my bestie. Nice to see you.
Nice seeing you, boys. Looking great. Top
How
shape.
was? Give me a 1 out of. Give me a 1 out of 10.
You're going after the Bon Void points. It was very nice of you.
You caught me. I
know you arrived early for the buffet. You really lifted it up. I love it. Good for you. No shame, huh?
The bad boy.
Listen, that $15 for the food at the rink was atrocious.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
Right.
I didn't expect that.
Hey,
You got
out
a
of a
wrap,
10.
cookie, and a salad.
Diggy, out of a 10, give me Wally's clothing game out of a 10. What do you got him?
I can only hear you. Yorkie, can I hear you?
Oh, you can't hear. Can you hear me, Wally?
No.
Can you hear me?
Alex?
Can't hear Graham either.
Huh,
Just
weird.
Wally.
Perfect. My plan is working.
Great seeing you yesterday, Wally. Looking top
So
shape.
it was like it was a table of legends. So I don't see you right away. I see Patty Lalime sitting there with his lovely wife, and I was like, oh, I gotta say hi to Patty. I haven't seen him in a bit. And of course, Andre Savard, I just spoken to, former Ottawa Senator assistant coach, has his number hanging in the rafters here in Quebec City. And then I see
right.
you, like this beaming smile, and Renaud Lavoie, like a table of legends.
Legend, French legend. Well, I'm not sure about that, but yeah, it was a great. It was fun. We love doing this TVA. We always do. Last year we did a game there as well with the Kings, a couple of games. We only do one game this year because the RDS got the Montreal Canadiens on the wrap for the preseason game. But yeah, it's always fun. Quebec is fun.
Are we back, Wally? Wally, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Diggy, can you hear me now? I don't think he can hear us.
He doesn't hear you. That's weird.
Yeah.
So, Yorkie, I'm just going to keep talking until we sort this out.
Do you want me to just come back?
I don't think it's sure.
No?
You try reconnecting, and we'll see what's up.
Okay.
Maybe it's because it's Monday morning. I'm not sure what's going on, Jakester. So, quickly in the chat, Tyler just wants to know if there's a merch link for the podcast. Not the coffee cup. You got to email me at chsends@gmail.com. Don't forget there's a Canada Post strike at the moment, so bear with me. Otherwise, nationgear.ca for merch. Gentlemen, sorry about that. I'm hoping to reconnect with Alex. By the way, seeing
don't apologize.
Patty
to us.
Lalime, well, seeing Lalime and Marty Brodeur drop the opening face-off, the ceremonial face-off, was kind of neat because you remember the battles that those two had many moons ago in the early 2000s of playoff memory. So it was neat to see those two guys.
I love that Andre Savard was there, Wally. He's one of the best guys ever. I remember him as an assistant coach here in Ottawa. What a terrific guy. And he was a hell of a hockey player when he played for Quebec.
Yes.
He was outstanding. What's he doing now?
So he's been with New Jersey for like 7 years scouting.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But he also owns restaurants in Quebec City. Like he's a mogul.
Diggy, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Great.
Nice.
Love
Hey,
it.
were
Graham?
you
Yes.
were you in Ottawa when Andre Savard was the assistant coach?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I was just saying, what a great human being he is.
Yeah. Yesterday he was telling a story at the table. He said, I got to tell you a Daigle story. I said, really? Really?
Yeah. Tell. What did he tell you?
He said, no. It was just a great story, but it was nothing too wild. And he said, and he started the conversation, and Renaud was on his phone, not listening. And he said, hey, Renaud, I'm speaking right now. Whoa.
Diggy, Andre Savard brought me in the office once when he was assistant coach under Jacques, and he's like, he goes, Jacques, he's always on me to get you to practice harder. He goes, but I know, he goes, you're just like me. He goes, I didn't need to practice either. He goes, you don't need to practice. Some guys can just play the games. He goes, you're just like me. He goes, I'll have a talk with Jacques for you. I'm like, thanks, Andre.
Wow. I got the perfect guy for you. Didn't stick around long enough, huh?
I know. All right. So the question I wanted to ask you earlier, give me out of a 10. Give me Wally's suit game there for the game. What do you got him out of 10?
No, he had a T-shirt in the press room.
No, he didn't. Wally's
he had a polo shirt. You had a polo, right? Perfect hair,
yeah,
obviously, but the
Perfect
polo.
hair.
No?
Listen, Yorkie, it's the same as I dressed with you in the playoffs. Listen, I have to do camera work. I got to lug stuff around. I'm not wearing a suit. I don't have to anymore.
So you're like, because you're like kind of like half media, half camera guy right now. I guess you're both, right? So you're
yes. So I'm a photojournalist, Yorkie.
Oh,
What about you, Diggy? Did you had to get the suit on yesterday?
yeah, it was. We did the in between periods. So had the full suit. Yeah.
What'd you think?
Looked good. He had a good suit. No scarf, but he had a good suit.
Yeah, great suit, solid. Well, the game, started the game, and I started watching the other games around the league, and I just saw that the Devils had a game against Washington, so I said, okay. So I started watching lineup, and it was basically a farm team. Like, I think the only guy was Mercer, pretty much.
Mercer, Connor Brown, Evgeny Dadonov, and like former Senator Angus Crookshank were like the names that I really recognized.
Yeah,
so
there you go, and so I was surprised that it was 0-0 for that long. I would say only one line came out, that really obviously the Stutzle line was very good, but it's a preseason game, so they're rolling 4 lines, so that's another thing. They don't see the ice as much.
You must have been like, okay, give me some topics for the intermission. What are we talking about here?
Well, it's funny. I will say, like, we talked a bit before, and if I'm not mistaken, you wanted to discuss Shane Pinto, who wasn't in the lineup. So all the work you had done, no Shane Pinto.
Oh no, but it didn't matter. We did the interview based on where we see the Ottawa Senator in the division, and what I thought about the Senators, and obviously their sentiment. They're really stacked, and I spoke a lot about Pinto. I think he's going to have a major year and probably going to make the Olympics. That would be awesome for him. Contract year, everybody knows contract year. It's another dimension of your brain that just takes over. Timing is everything, so you should do well.
So you got Pinto on your Olympic team. I know you think really highly of him, Daggy. I remember we went down to the dressing room. You had a chance to chat with him, but you've watched him a lot now. Like,
yeah.
What's your take on Pinto as a player? I know you're pretty high on him.
Well, I just think that what he did against Toronto and Matthew, then I think Bill Gaiman was watching those games, and he figured out that this guy is legit. He went to the World Junior, as obviously Gaiman wants all those guys to participate if they can and to make the team, and he did very well. They won, so he already won in that system, and he's the type of guy that he's not a Jack Hughes, he's not flashy, but he's very effective. He's 6'3", so who are you going to play him against? Probably like McDavid or McKinnon in the final. That's going to be, you got a guy that's going to be dedicated to play defense, and there's not too many on that U.S. team that will do it with that side, that speed, and with that energy. So I really believe he will make that team.
Yeah. He's a good-looking guy too, Diggy. I know he's got that little twinkle in his eye.
Oh yeah, that will help him. That will. That's the clincher, Yorkie. You know hockey. That's why he got me back Coach Sportsnet. Okay, right, my boy.
Little twinkle always helps.
He does.
Alex, you were talking about the Atlantic Division. Obviously, with the shakeup,
yes.
The Panthers are dealing with some injuries now. How do you see it shaking out for Ottawa? Do you think that this could create the opening that they need to get into the top 2 or 3?
Top 3, I think they're going to pass Florida this year, just for those reasons alone. I don't think they're going to go past Toronto. But Toronto, they have a great team. But losing a guy that made 100 points last year, not that easy to do, especially in the regular seasons. Beginning of the year is going to have a lot of penalties, so that power play for Toronto hopefully is going to work out. But so I feel like they're going to go. I think they're next level. If you look at Montreal doesn't have a second line centerman, and on D, Goulet gets injured. It's the end of the road. So for me, and they rely heavily on the goalie. And if you look at the 60-minute goal expected, they're second worst in the league. So you can't correct that over 3 months of workout in the gym. You need to do a bit more than that. So that's the way I see it. I see them third in the division, right? I think Tampa Bay is going to have a huge year. They finished the season, I think they were second to Toronto, but a lot of injuries. So if they're healthy, they should win it pretty easily. Toronto and Ottawa. Yep.
Tampa Bay. You're high on Tampa Bay. Just
yeah. Well, they still have Kucherov. They still have Point. They still have Edmund. They still have the goalie.
Yep.
On D, they have, they're very solid everywhere.
You think their blue line's good enough?
Pardon me?
Do you think their blue line's good enough?
I think they're good enough to win the regular season. Yeah. In the playoffs, I think their 5th and 6th D will be an issue.
Yeah. I like that Chernak guy. That he's a beast back there for Tampa. Just a kind of a throwback, right shot D Daggy, hard to play against, big tree back there.
Yeah, he's one of the top guys that people don't like to play against. He's very good gap. He hits. No. But he's always injured. That was their problem last year. Injured in the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about Montreal's second-line center when they trade for Sidney Crosby.
There you go.
Is that the rumor right now?
So who are they gonna give out? Who are they gonna give, Wally? What's the plan here?
Everybody.
Okay.
Right? Like you
don't.
Oh, would you do that deal?
No,
I can't. No. I don't know what you would do in order to acquire him that would make like it would have to be like a Slavkovsky, a Demidov. Like there's no one on that roster I'd want to give up. I don't think for a year of Sidney Crosby. Would you?
No. Exactly.
And I don't know. Like that's a hard question because I don't know what would ultimately take to land.
The team that makes the most sense is Colorado. Kind of like what Ray Bourque did. Ray Bourque went to Colorado late in his career. He did it like that kind of thing makes sense. I don't know about you, Daggy, but there's not a lot of teams that are going to do that.
No, and Montreal is far off the chart to win the cup. Like I don't think they're in the discussion. Hopefully they're going to make the playoff, but it's going to be a tough road to make the playoff like they did last year because everybody's thinking it's an easy shoe-in every year. You make the playoff, next year is going to be easier because we're young. Yeah, but 1 or 2 injuries away. You got the Rangers last year. We forget they finished first the year before, and they were terrible last year, right? And they start trading everybody, but they still have a lot of talent. They might, turn it around. And they play in a way tougher division than the other one. So I'm not sure I wouldn't do anything if I'm Montreal. For me, Crosby, no brainer. Got to go to a big team. The reason he will go somewhere is to win a cup. So who's got the better chance? Maybe Dallas. Dallas another. Jimmy Benn is out.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Do you think he would do it, Daggy? Do you think Crosby would entertain a trade?
I would. I think so. I think what Marchand did. I think it's a good. It's a lot of hope for all those guys, the top guys that are getting older. And this guy didn't want to leave. He wanted, a couple of years more on his contract, something like that. Whatever it was the issue. And he finally did, and it changed his life. It's going to change the rest of his career on a positive note. And so, I think that's a real possibility, 100%.
Can you imagine, guys, the pressure on Dubas this season to try and trade a Sidney Crosby and making sure you get you've already pretty well messed up all of Pittsburgh so far, and now you're going to do you've got this on your plate to do. Like that's a defining. Man, I wouldn't want to be the guy making that deal.
But well, if you Dubas, the first move you made was getting Carlson to Pittsburgh. Yeah, that's the way we rebuilt. So and out of Toronto, I
believe that's some sarcasm.
No, but seriously, it's a bit embarrassing. And what he's doing now, is he the right guy to make that move? I don't know. I don't think it's relying on him. I think it's going to be if Sidney wants to leave, that's going to be it.
Yeah, that was always a weird situation to walk into, right? Like because the window had essentially closed at that point. The farm system was barren, and you're trying to preserve the competitiveness under like Crosby and Malkin, and at the same time, you're probably not going to be good enough to tank out. It's just a weird. They're kind of stuck in that. They're stuck in the middle, like the ugly middle.
And how do you call that? The pressure from the ownership. I think it was at that time they sold the team to Fenway. I'm not sure if it's anyway. For sure, the ownership had pressure on him as well. So, geez, tough job.
All right, let's talk about a little bit of this game yesterday, which it didn't really exist. There's no NHL stats. There was no English broadcast. It was just
really
horrific.
So if there's no English broadcast, there's no game, right?
No radio. There was no radio, guys.
Trying to get the French to come back to Ottawa. What's wrong with you?
You're trying so hard. You put it on TVA 2.
Oh yeah. What was on TVA 1? What was on TVA 1?
Football, Ryder Cup? No, it wouldn't be football. I don't know. I know it was on 2. So, what did you think of Carter Yakimchuk, who Travis Green said it was his best day in training camp? He had a really good game, I thought.
Yeah, very offensive, made some good plays. As all young players, and I noticed that a couple of times, he tends to hang on the puck a little bit too much and put himself in trouble a couple of times for no reason. Just move it. But the rest, he's a good offensive flair, good skater. He had a couple of chances. I think on a back-to-back shift, he had some chances. So, I liked him.
So, Alex, the issue is he ready to play in the National Hockey League? No one doubts his talent, but did you see enough that would make him be a top 6D on an Ottawa Senator blue line at the moment?
Well, he's got to take Martin Palou's spot, right? That's pretty much what it is.
Basically, yeah. I mean, you could argue Jordan Spence, but one of those two would have to, because we don't know if Nick Jensen's going to be ready to start the season here.
Oh, yeah. What is that? Yeah. Well, I guess, you put him in if Jensen can't play for sure. But that I don't think he's better than Martin Palou right now.
Yeah.
I think Martin Palou moved the pucks very quickly, and I think that's what they need on a 6D. But he's not far away from the NHL, that's for sure. And if I'm them, I'm going to try them at the beginning of the season for sure. Jensen doesn't appear that, it's the hip, right?
Yeah, he had hip resurfacing, so he's just now trying to, I guess, get back to 100%. So he feels like the injury's healed. He just needs conditioning. I should put it that way.
Oh, really? Oh, that's good news. Okay.
Well, we'll see. Like, I don't know that he's going to play preseason. As of right now, he's not playing in Quebec. He won't play tomorrow. And then he's got 2 games left. I don't know if he plays the preseason.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's not a shoe-in. So they're gonna keep him. They're gonna keep the kid for sure.
Yeah, that's what
he would be the 7th D, I would think. Did you see much from Jordan Spence yesterday? I don't mind his game.
I saw a lot from that kid and Martin Palou because I always watch him, but because just the name. No, but he moves the puck. I like the fact that he moves the puck and you're 6D, you're big. Because, those guys, in reality, they're going to have pretty much like 12 minutes a game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? Against the 4th line. So that's pretty much the goal for them.
I'm with you, Diggy. If Jensen doesn't start, Yakimchuk's going to start the season. And I think they'll give him a couple games. They'll probably put him in, see how he does, because he's the future.
He's the future for sure. Now the question is, who you play him with? Do you play him at Jensen's spot beside what Jensen's playing with Shabot?
I think that's where he ends up going, because otherwise Tyler Clevin is also out at the moment. I think he would. I don't think he'd pair him with Tyler Clevin. I think he would be with Thomas Shabot.
Yeah, but that's another thing. Because Shabot needs a more defensive partner if he wants to be effective. We saw that last year. One of his best years. That's the only reason is a Jensen, and injuries as well. He was uninjured, so I'm not sure I would start. I want Shabot to have a good season. That's how those guys will make the playoff. Is Shabot and Sanderson are awesome. So you need to put him in there with a defensive defenseman.
Fair enough.
So I think Martin Palou's is the better option.
I think I thought Thomas Shabot had a hat trick, by the way. He was skating and trying to score yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
He had a couple of great chances. And then he also almost scored on Linus by accident. He looked you could see the excitement in Thomas Shabot with all the people in the stands cheering him on and just what it meant for him to be there. You would appreciate it, right? If that was your hometown.
Oh, for sure. And for him, the tough thing about the preseason is the amount of penalty that's getting called. So Ottawa totally dominated. I think it was like 10 or 12-2 the shots. And I think one of the shots was in the first shift for Devils. And after that penalty started coming in and they got him back in the game, it was like, painful. But, I played very well. Very happy about him. hopefully he doesn't try to block shots too much and stay out of those lanes. Stay healthy.
Flamingo.
Yeah.
That's what I said on TV. I said, Shabot, you're not here to block shot, buddy. Just move out of the way. And he blocked the shot yesterday. What am I, an idiot? Come on. Preseason blocking shots. Who does that?
You know what?
Only you, Yorkie. You're the only one who did it.
Sprawling out. Hey, you know what I want? You know what I have to ask you? One of the most important questions in Quebec City. Whatever happened to the Daigle Bear? Wasn't that the name of the bar?
Around.
Is it still open?
Yeah, it's still open. Yeah, not the same pizzazz, but at the time it was something. I barely remember, Yorkie. You know more than me.
There was the Daigle Bear, and I believe that's how you call it, was one of the most popular bars in the NHL. Yeah. I guess lineup of places you would go to in the league. You must have been to the Daigle Bear, Wally.
I'm trying to search this. Are you sure it's called the Daigle Bear?
No. It's Daigle.
Daigle. The Daigle Bear.
I don't go out at night,
Bird.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
It's still
Actually,
open.
I'm the only guy who got drafted from the Daigle Bird in '93. They really superimpose. I just got off the stage. I was on the dance floor already. Never been done after.
Yeah.
Right from the Daigle Bear.
I might have to go sightseeing today.
So safe to say, it's times have changed. Nobody at during this exhibition season has been frequenting the Daigle Bear.
I was not in town, Yorkie. Drove in the morning.
In and out.
Game. Professional. Wally, on the other hand, it's extending his stay. Just want to say that.
You could have stayed at the Courtyard Marriott with Wally. He had an extra.
I could. The Bonvoy points, always a game changer.
Lifetime platinum member right here, gentlemen.
There you go. Are you going to follow the team all year, Wally?
No, but we're going to do some. As of right now, we're scheduled to be in Florida for the opener, the first 2 games.
Oh,
so
great.
the coming in hot private jet is going to be fueled up and headed to Florida, hopefully.
Private jet, huh?
Yo, that's how we roll here. Yeah.
Love it.
I saved all my Bonvoy points so I could use the private jet.
So you guys are starting against the Panthers and the Lightning.
Tampa.
Back to back?
Yeah. There's a day off in between, but yeah, back to back. Like
okay.
Florida
At least you got a day off. But wow, it's a good okay.
Although I'm not as worried about Florida at the moment anymore.
Oh.
Well, you take out Matthew Tkachuk and Alex Barkov out of your lineup.
Okay.
Yeah,
so Jones not playing, Ed Black's not playing, Bobrovsky's not playing, Marchand's not playing, Lindell's not playing.
I didn't say it was easy.
I don't know.
I just
well, you said pretty confident on that.
Reinhardt, Sam Bennett.
I feel better. I feel better.
Very confident.
I feel better about the game and Ottawa's chances in Florida.
Okay.
Right. Where are you staying? You got your hotel booked for Florida yet?
I do. I'm not telling you.
Why not? What's the secret? Like what?
That's weird. That's a weird answer.
Not telling you.
Where'd that come from, Wally?
I don't know.
I don't trust
a place
Yorkie
of shame or a place of hiding. What type of place?
Well, I don't. Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't remember where they are. Our company. Let's see here. One is a DoubleTree.
Yeah.
And one is the Barrymore, which I don't know what the Barrymore.
The Barrymore.
So you're gonna fly into what game
Tampa.
One is what Tampa? Then you're gonna drive across Alligator Alley to get to.
No, I have a 6:30 a.m. flight on Spirit Airlines. I land at 7:30 in the morning and then have nothing to do. So we're doing a morning show that day, gentlemen. Just so I have something.
So you got something to do then.
Well, I won't have had any sleep because there's a game that I prefer. Can we just move on?
Alex, I got a question for you.
Yep.
We've been talking about Tim Stutzle like all off season. He has to shoot the puck more. He had the big 30+ goal season a couple years ago, but he hasn't shot at the same frequency or rate as he has. Like you were a young offensive player when you first broke into the league. How hard is it to not like overpass? Like you don't want to be selfish, but you don't want to be, too, You don't want to go.
No. You're absolutely right. I think somebody's got to explain to him that shooting percentage is a real fact. Sometimes guys, as skilled guys, they try to pass, but they try to go for the perfect shots. But the reality is going to shoot at a clip from 10 to 14%. I think Ovechkin's at 15. So you need those dirty goals. You need the goals that's going to hit the defenseman. So it's a numbers game. And when you start realizing that, well, that's hard. You're going to score 30 to 40 goals. So if he's at the clip of three shots a game, I'm assuming 2 or 3 shots, he's got to go to 4. It's just a math thing. And if one of the coaches can put that in his brain, McDavid did it one year. Now he doesn't do it anymore. He's passing the puck, but he did it. He wanted to score that 50 or 60 goals, and his clip of shooting went up drastically. So that's the only thing he's got to figure it out, or somebody's got to tell him.
I just got a picture in my head of this young Alex Daigle going down his off wing with the black Sherwood and Jacques Martin yelling at you, "Shoot it, Daigle!" every single time. You weren't afraid to shoot the puck.
Well, Jacques told me that. That's the one who explained it to me. So he's in the right place to tell him. You need a shot of period. That's the bottom line, and you're going to get it to about 20 to 25 goals. So there's nothing magic about it, and you can't pass those quality shots. Yesterday, you had a chance right in the slot. You start passing to a dude just on the side of the net, like a super hard pass. Shoot the puck, rebound happens as well. You're going to get some free points, but you got 80 points last year. I think in the year before, 4 years ago, you had 90, something like that. Mm-hmm. He's definitely a 90-point to 100-point guy. He's got the puck all the time on his skate. Yesterday on the sticks, it was a beautiful player to watch. You see the big difference in talent, and he's got a will. He battles for pucks. He's not just on the outside. That guy. He's very impressive. So he's got to shoot. Shooting is key for him.
We had a chat about just what you're saying about Stutzle last week about players you would pay money to watch. You got McDavid, you got McKinnon. I'm not saying he's McDavid, but of guys, to your point, that are really nice to watch, they do things. You put Stutzle in that category, Daigle?
Well, you can't put him in the McDavid category, but as far as a top guy to watch, he's, if I'm buying a ticket for Ottawa, that's the guy I want to watch. Him and Sanderson. I think Sanderson, when he gets the puck, it's beautiful to see his skating ability and the way he sees the game. So those two guys, I think in Montreal, I would say I like Demidov. I saw him a couple of games, but I don't know how he's going to fare this year as far as, people know what to expect. And so, but, there's not too many guys. You're right. I think Stutzle, stands out. Matthews is one of them, obviously. Mm-hmm. There's not too many, but he's one of them. When he gets the puck, things happen, and he breaks ankles out there. Mm-hmm. And he seems bigger than he looks, because he's tough to get off the puck.
What's he, Wally? He does seem like he's a little thicker, eh?
He is. He's heavier for sure. And I don't know if he's heavier, he weighs 6 more pounds, but he is a thicker, solid player, and you can see it just in the way that he moves on the ice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so that's why people he's too small, and I'm not if you see him up close. And but I think if you even look, his neck looks stronger by leaps. It's just filled out. He's a strong.
Another guy I saw yesterday that had some chances is Zetterlund.
Yeah.
He's just Mike Bussey told me that trick one time. He said, "Alex, you're a great shooter, but you know what? You missed the net a lot. Just go for the goalie, and you'll miss them."
That's true.
He had 3 shots right in the chest. He was by himself. No hesitation. He doesn't wait. He's just shoot. He's so stressed out. But
he was when Zetterlund came here last year. What was the stat, Graham? He had two goals,
5 points in 20 games.
Yeah, he's a guy that can definitely score. But he
does hit the chances. He's got chances. It's just he can't score. It's not gonna happen.
And that line was really good yesterday. The Cousins, Zetterlund, Perron line was the best line on the ice. By far.
You know what? One thing I liked about Perron, and I watched him a couple of shifts. It's details, but Whenever he finishes shift, he was in the offensive zone, obviously, most of the time. So he finishes shift, he dumps the puck in, he just sprints the hell out of just to go to the bench. And I thought that's a good, it's a good example for young kids that think they're really good at hockey, especially if they're on the bench the first couple of years in the league. That's a good example. I was very surprised. Every shift he comes back like a maniac. Very good.
Yes. And you watch him in practice, he does a lot of talking to a lot of, like, you'll always see him trying to talk to young guys about just doing stuff. And it may come across because it looks like he's yelling like Pinto, but he's trying to go like, you go here and move into that. Like, it's just interesting to watch David Perron as a professional athlete.
That's a team guy, Wally. You set your next guy up for success. The quicker you get, the better it is for the next guy. That's a very selfless play.
Yeah, he talks about that.
I think he's a great addition.
He does.
Yeah,
I think so. And last year, obviously, had some family issues and everything. So this year, start fresh. It looks good last night. Like, you're right, Cousin as well looks good. You start blocking shot as well in the preseason. Cousin is serious.
So did Nick Cousins. I'm like, guys,
who does that?
Yeah, Linus needs some shots on goal here. He has 14 in this game. Let him have it.
You did good too, you did good, Linus. You did good.
But that's and everybody that's like as a goalie. In the first period, I think they saw that first shot early on. Then the second shot was in the final minute of that period. Like, that's a tough game when there's just nothing going on.
Terrible. When you look at the lineup, that's why, I understand that they want to try guys, but they can't have two games, the same team, different cities. All the superstars like Hughes and Ishier, they were all in Washington.
But there's no need for split squad games anymore. I don't understand why they even do this. You can't judge the other team by any stretch of the imagination. God, they couldn't even get a feed.
Yeah. At Montreal, they cut 25 guys. A lot of those guys, they don't have, they don't play one game. Like, it's not a charity event either. Like, seriously, who's going to make it? And you have less game now. You're going to have less game now and more regular season games in a year from now.
84.
So those games are super important.
Like 4 preseason games, you're not going to see very many guys fighting for spots suddenly.
No.
Most teams are pretty well made, though, fellas. Like, it's the one or two spots.
Yeah.
Right. But there's a couple with Ottawa. They've got some question marks, whether it's Kaliev or Lixell or even Zach McEwen. Like, somebody's going to have to be a 13 forward here, and who's it going to be?
Yeah. But it's they pretty well know who they want, and like these games don't tell you that much.
Well, not this one.
Did they change the rule for the playoff salary cap this year, or it's going to be next year? It's this year, right?
This year. Yep.
Okay. So can Barkov come back this year? Or it's a no.
I saw that there is a note whether if he comes back at a certain time, it's like 8.5 the cap it counts as opposed to the full 10. If you go to Puckpedia, you can see it's
3.8. Yeah, I think it's 3.8. So if he comes back, so they can either write him off for the entire season, and if they do, then he's ineligible for the postseason, I think is how it was phrased. And then if he comes back at any point, they have 3.8 million if they put him on LTIR right now that they can play around with.
So
that could be a move for Crosby at the end of the year. Could that fit in?
Maybe.
Someone did bring up Florida. Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, but that'd be wild. Imagine Sidney Crosby suddenly on Florida and Brad Marchand. Like, people they would lose their minds.
I'm happy that Marchand said when Bettman said that the incentive and taxes was not an important factor.
He's
like, Marchand came out and said, seriously?
Are you sure about that? Because I remember correctly, Mike Hoffman was it the same day he went to traded from Ottawa to San Jose and got flipped to Florida? And he said, I just saved myself like $388,000 in taxes because of just that trade in one day.
Crazy.
Like, and I forget the number. The number might be, but it was hundreds of thousands of dollars he saved. Yeah, I think it's a massive difference.
It took a long time for Florida team to really figure it out on the GM side and ownership.
Yeah.
And when that turned around, now it's not going anywhere. They're going to be there for a while.
Well, look at this. Arguably the place after Florida that everybody wants to play is Nashville. There's no state tax. You've had a great coach there He left for a while. Now he's back as the GM in Barry Trotz. They've always had a good goalie, usually in Nashville. Why haven't they won? They've got the same advantage. There's no state tax. Like Florida's it's management. Like Florida's just doing it right. And yeah, sure, that state tax helps and all that, but Nashville hasn't won.
But did that not happen with Tampa too? Is like Tampa was able to use maybe they had to be really bad. Don't get me wrong. They had to get Vincent Lecavalier and so on and then get Victor Hedman in that, but they were still able to use the tax as a way to build around it.
Yeah. But the point is everybody's saying they just win because of the tax situation. But my point
but you still have to have competent management for sure.
Yeah. Number one. No, that's number one. If number one, you need that to win.
Yeah, to draw. Yeah, for sure, and draw the players.
And number two, you need a couple of years where you're really bad, so you can draft high. Or Florida's just fleeced guys too in trades. Like they did. They have fleeced teams, like getting Reinhardt. The Tkachuk situation was different. Calgary was under the gun on that, but. Like even
and Huberdeau had his best year, I think 115 points. So the timing is amazing for them.
They make tough. Those teams make tough decisions. Tampa realized Stamkos was declining. Time to move on. Most teams don't do that. They make the tough decisions. That's why they stay. That's why they still relevant.
Well, you're right on what they did with their D. They had what's the guy from one of the best Forsling. Was picked up from waivers out of Carolina.
Remember that?
They didn't do anything, and they got free agency. They got a couple of guys as well. Number 77, Mikola.
Kukolov.
He was so they got him he's making 2.5, something like that.
He's been great every playoff. And then like everybody saw Seth Jones
6'6" and skate like the wind. Like it's a gift. 2.5 or 3.5 he's making a year.
Look how good Seth Jones was in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
He's not that good anymore. Really? Oh, we'll take him.
That was a list of untradeable contract. Jeez. Now it's a bargain. Crazy.
It's crazy what you can do with players and development.
And Ekblad was first overall. He had an okay career. But when Sylvain Lefebvre arrived there and you start, putting him in his brain that you can cross-check anybody in the playoff, hit as dirty as you want and you don't have to fight. That's completely changed his game. And now, he's a big dude and big body, and he's a shutdown guy. And in the playoff environment, that's just super tough. So congrats.
I don't think that's a good pull there, Diggy. Sylvain Lefebvre doesn't get enough credit. How they've turned a lot of those defense around. Who's the I forget the guy's name on the blue line there, the big defenseman there that had the great playoff for Florida last year. What's his name? You got
Kulikov. You have Ekblad. Forsling, Mikola.
Mikola. That guy was on nobody's radar, and he was one of the top defensemen in the entire NHL playoffs last year.
The Rangers give them away.
Yeah,
crazy.
There you go. Like Florida's pro scouting is off the chart. Yeah, they're destroying other teams.
Even Schmidt last year, he had an impact in the first round. He scored a couple of goals, and the guy got bought out, and they gave him $1 million to come in and be a 6D.
But their culture, Florida's culture, is so good, and the veteran players, they sell it to the rest of the guys that come in, and you buy. It's kind of like Vegas. The culture is just so good there.
Yep. And to your point, Yorkie, though, you have to lose and to get a big guy like a Barkov in your team. Edmund,
Ekblad,
Ekblad. You need those guys to have a chance. You cannot buy off everybody, and pro scouting has got limits.
Well, historically, if you look at cups, like when Chicago won all those cups because they were so shitty, they got Taves, they got Kane. Pittsburgh,
Duncan,
they got Malkin. Pittsburgh was able to draft Malkin, able to draft Crosby. That's
Letang.
But you have to your point, guys. Like you have to be able to support those guys because look at Buffalo, right? Like Buffalo's 17 years, and it's just like if you don't have strong management, you can't support these guys and insulate them with good players. You're toast.
But to the point with pro scouting and knowing who to keep and who not to keep. Like look at the trades Buffalo made. Like oh my god! Like how is the person who made those trades? Well, I'm sure they've gone through many guys since then they've changed, but that's just horrendous decision making.
Oh yeah, no, it's painful, sad in a way, but. is what it is.
It is what it is.
Daigle, I have good news for you as we let you go. You have now qualified to be a recipient of the Coming In Hot mug that we will get
Cheers
to
to Daigle. Cheers to
Oh,
Daigle.
you didn't like my my silver fox?
Well,
I did that in honor of you, buddy.
Silver fox, Wally. I think Wally would do well in the Daigle Bear. Hey, see Wally come in there, silver fox.
Deadly. Yeah. Put a suit on and tell your billionaire they won't see anything. Done.
Well, I'll let you know how it goes tonight. We appreciate your time, Mon ami. So until next time, we can.
Yes, pleasure, boys. Good start of the season. Congrats, Yorkie, back in the league.
Thanks,
Can't
buddy.
believe you left, but part of the game's going to appreciate it more.
That's what I do, Daigle.
I have one last comment before we go from Melina Farmer. I don't understand French, but loved watching the TVA broadcast. Was so cool seeing Daigle.
Nice.
There you go.
Full form last night. Full form.
Mid-season form. All right, see you, Alex.
Thanks,
Take care. There goes the Daigle.
Love the charm of the Daigle.
What a guy! Just oozes charisma. Just oozes charisma.
And when he says Martin Paolo, it doesn't matter. It just rolls off the tongue.
I wasn't even correcting him. In fact, I almost convinced myself it was Martin Paolo.
Yes,
we should just start calling him that.
Martin Paolo. I think we butchered Kulikov's name too. Kulikov?
You did.
Kukulov.
Kukulov. He's the best. Wally, I can't believe you've never been to the Daigle Bear.
I've been to Quebec City like 3 times in my life, I think.
Oh yeah, this legendary spot.
It's going tonight. It's gonna be bumping Monday night.
On a Monday night. It'd be awesome. Okay, we got to get stuff done here. In fact, Yorkie, let's just take care of business so we can get on with some stuff. I got to explain this.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's say a big thanks to the good people at BEI, Bonisher Excavating. Fall's here, so that means it's time to wrap up some of those big projects before the snow flies. BEI's got you covered. They offer equipment rentals, custom crushing and screening, highway maintenance, and so much more, always with competitive pricing. Service you can trust. So when you're planning your next project, big or small, call BEI at 613-432-1120 or visit them at bonisherexcavating.com. BEI is helping to shape the Ottawa Valley.
By the way, I do love our BEI people who have been sponsoring us since day one of this podcast. And also, this show brought to you by Bet365, our proud presenting sponsor, whatever the moment is. It's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app and get in on the game. Use code NATION. That's NATION. Must be 19 or older. Ontario only. Please play responsibly. If you or somebody who has a gambling problem, visit connectsontario.ca. Quickly, I just wanted to, they have Bet365 has recently brought out a betting line on if Connor McDavid will sign with the Oilers or not. You can bet on which one you think is going to happen.
Really?
Yeah. So I think it's where he starts next season. Is it with the Oilers or without?
What are you guys betting?
I can see him taking a short-term bridge and then see ya. That's it.
Really, eh?
What if this season is a disaster? Like, what if this is like goaltending's an issue? I'm not convinced he's staying, but I believe he will, but I still think there's an open door here.
Yeah. Okay. So is he playing the last year of his deal this year or is it next year? Like, is this the final? This is the final year,
right? Yeah. Wow. I know Graham will tell me, but I'm pretty sure
he's in last year of his deal.
Yeah.
UFA at the end of this. There's so many high-end players available or theoretically available, like last year deals.
Yes.
In weird situations.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how much leverage today's player has in the game compared to like back when Gretzky was playing and guys, because the money's just so astronomical now. Like McDavid's he could just play this out. And can you imagine if you're an Edmonton Oilers fan, what you're thinking if this guy leaves?
Oh, that's totally changed, right?
That's the new rink, everything. Like, what would the return be if you even considered entertain trading a guy like that? Can you imagine what the?
Well, how many? It
would
teams,
have to be something like the Eric Lindros trade.
Off? Yeah,
it would have to be an Eric Lindros type trade, right? Like just mind-boggling the number of pieces.
So in saying that, look what the Lindros trade did for Quebec. It ended up turning them into a perennial powerhouse.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So it's interesting
anyway.
when you think about it. Like, what like, I don't even know where you'd begin the pieces and the teams that could actually do it. And my goodness,
because that's it, right? Like you could acquire him, but how do you insulate him to like capitalize on the window that you've essentially paid for, right? Like it's very few. It'd have to be a really unique deal. Maybe like New Jersey, maybe could swing it. I don't know.
Anyway, I just found it interesting that lines out. I'm assuming there might be a Crosby one that's coming soon.
Wally.
Yeah.
I forgot. I had something to ask you about I heard something went on in Quebec about some popcorn and some player popcorn. What did you do? What did you do?
Oh, okay. I will not name the player. So, first intermission, the Sens players who aren't playing always just sit in the press box and watch. But there's no snacks in this press box.
No snacks?
Nothing.
No cookies?
No. There were cookies left. So we're just chatting, and the player's like, where's the food? And he's like, there's no food. He's like, I want like a pretzel, but I don't want to go get it because I'm like, well, you can't go walk the concourse. I said, I'll go. So headed towards the elevator. It's like, no. I'm like, do you want mustard or not? And because I think pretzels are the stupidest snack there is.
Like a nice big pretzel with some mustard.
Nice good fresh pretzel with some mustard.
Just dry. It says a lot coming from me.
It's nice and salty, a pretzel. I think you'd like that.
So I'm headed towards the elevator, and he's like, think you can get me some popcorn too?
Who's this secret guy?
I'm not throwing him in the bus. So, well, I don't know. I'm not doing it. And so I go down, stand in line. There's like 25 people. It's like $17 for this, and then I bring it back up
for what would you buy?
Popcorn and a pretzel.
$17. Ooh.
Yeah. And then so I walk over and hand it to him, and now all the other players see this. Now they're all like, they're jealous, and they're like, when are you? I'm like, no, I'm not getting anybody else anything. So I had to.
You got to do what it takes to get him back on the show, Wally. What are you doing?
If this player comes on and wants to admit to having the popcorn delivered, I will gladly let him chat.
So, Wally, you're down 17.
I am. I am. I was like, that cost. I said,
did he flip you a 20?
And he just looked at me like, is that expensive? Yeah. Are
you gonna expense that?
So hold on
to the show, the $17. Are we gonna see a receipt?
Yeah. If I don't know if I have a receipt.
So he didn't give you $20 afterwards?
No, he didn't have $20.
So this trip's getting rather expensive. We've got the Courtyard. I have a Courtyard Marriott bill I see just came in for $105. We got pretzel for $17.
And then I got to park. You got to pay to park at the rink every day.
We got parking too, but every day they're getting you.
You said it's a 4-minute walk to the rink. What are you doing driving to the rink?
4-minute drive.
He's got his camera gear. He's got his camera gear in the car.
Yeah,
he's a cameraman now, so he's got to bring the gear in.
I've got so much gear.
15.
Anyway, I had to buy popcorn. So okay, let's you might not get paid for the next 7 months.
Here's Stallion. He's come in. If Wally wouldn't have complained about the money, it could have been a good guy move, right? See? Well played, Stallion. Well played. Right?
And by the way, Jameson, who tells me 4-minute drive is a 12-minute walk. I'm not walking down the highway to the rink. Okay, not happening.
This reminds me of an old Seinfeld episode when George bought the salad, and he wanted to be known that he had bought the salad. It's the exact same thing. See, Jake has agreed. Wally is the less.
And thankfully, none of our viewers know who Les Nessman is.
That's a dated reference. I like it.
Les Nessman from WKRP in Cincinnati.
Turkeys.
It's raining turkeys.
What a pull.
I think of myself more as Herb Tarlick.
All right, so let's go. Hold on a second. I'm accounting for your days. So we've got Courtyard Marriott, $105.
4 nights.
4 nights. You're staying 4 nights? $17 for popcorn and a pretzel, $15 for parking. What else? You're going to blow the budget here, Wally.
I know. I may have to refund the Florida trip.
Would it be cheaper to Uber?
Probably.
I don't know if maybe. Probably.
Yeah.
There you go.
But then
you'd have to double up, right? So maybe not.
Yeah. But then you'd have to take the camera equipment out of the Uber after, bring it up to your hotel room. It's a lot of extra work. You're going to need like a muscle crew. We're going to have to send some muscle to carry everything around with them.
I'm currently trying to figure out how to travel carry-on with my camera gear to Florida, and I can't yet. So
you got to check bags?
I might have to check bags. I'm trying to work around this. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I got two quick. I'm going to bring up the broadcast, but quickly. We somewhat apologize because over the next 2 weeks, you're going to be inundated on social media about our coming in hot Thanksgiving giveaway contest, if you will. If you haven't seen this, basically we're donating all the proceeds, every cent, to the food bank here in Ottawa, the Ottawa Food Bank. You can scan the QR code on your screen currently or go to the link. It will also be on the social media post that you can just click on and donate to. So the ticket entries, $20 for ticket entry, $25 for 3, $50 for 10, and then $100 or sorry, yeah, $100, 25 entries. Look, tickets to a Sens game, a signed Brady Tkachuk jersey or a signed Drake Batherson stick, plus other goodies included in that. With the tickets come Shane Pinto signed hat, Brady Tkachuk puck signed, Tim Stutzle bobblehead, all that. There's all kinds of stuff. So we would appreciate if you'd help donate. I'm hoping our goal is to hit 5K, gentlemen. We did 4,100, I think, last year. Wow. And that was just for some tickets. So this year, I think we're already past $2,000 in donations. So
for $17, Wally will deliver popcorn and a pretzel to your house.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. The CIHS turkey drop. That'd be pretty good.
Those are good prizes. Really good prizes. Great.
Yeah.
Cause.
I think it's phenomenal. So, just you can check on the QR code. That's the link. It makes it easier. So it's through the Sens Foundation. Once all the money is raised through that link, they're going to send me over all the entries, and then I just will start drawing. So, and I will tell you right now, you can only win one of the 3 prizes. So it guaranteed at least 3 different winners. If that makes any sense, I don't know, but I'm just trying to explain. We want to give away 3 different prizes. Unless you give us $1 million, I will give you all of them right now.
We need to get a Martin Paolo jersey to give away.
Signed by Alex Daigle. Maybe we could get Nick Paolo to sign it. Martin Paolo. That would be something. Okay, let's get to the broadcast quickly. So there's some... I'm going to try and sort out this broadcast mess the best way I can. I'm not sure what all I'm supposed to know, but I'll explain this best I can. So first of all, I don't know that everybody was consulted about this whole game being broadcast on TSN, the English partner. For as far as I understand, it would be the most expensive preseason game they would have broadcast this year because they have to travel in everybody. It's expensive, and they're up against the Ryder Cup, they're up against NFL football on a Sunday. It's not going to be anywhere generating any kind of positive revenue. So they passed on it. The radio broadcast was hoping to use the TVA feed because, as you know, they're not traveling. TVA is a direct competitor with TSN RDS, so they wanted to charge for the feed to go to the radio station for them to call the game. And my understanding is Bell didn't want to pay the fee, so they didn't have the feed. And then they got the in-house. And then they were trying for a few days to get the in-house feed to come into the radio station. But if you watched it, you'd see how hard that would be to call a broadcast, especially with no audio. So that's my understanding how it all played out. It's just unfortunate. And I feel like it should have been dealt with weeks ago, but that's the best way I can explain it.
That's supposed to be what's happening with the St. Louis game too, right? Like that's possibly going to be like an in-house feed.
Yes, but
that the radio would have to call off of. Yeah,
but I believe it's not an issue of getting the feed because it's not a TVA broadcast. If that so
you could watch the game you said on YouTube, right?
Yes. from the Sens Sens YouTube channel.
Okay, so you had a chance. There's a way to do that. You could do that on your phone.
But they
too,
so
right?
part of the problem is
game audio.
There's no audio, but they didn't
No
tell
audio.
everybody till like I feel like it was 15 like into warm up or just before like.
Gotcha.
And so people already paid to get the TVA2 channel, and so that upset some people, and I don't blame them. Like it's just it just was I'll use poorly organized as far as I can tell.
Okay, but according to you and Dag, people didn't miss much.
So it was every bit of preseason game as I can remember. Let's put it that way.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It just. Yeah, so that Yorkie, you know what it's like to travel in day of.
Yep.
Do a warm up. You don't feel anything until like the second period. Like you're just not in it. Yeah. And that's why the shots were 11-2 after the first period for Ottawa. Yeah. And then the second period, New Jersey got a 5-on-3 and another power play, and so they had a bit more energy and a little bit more jump.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, you can see it. Some people want to see it. They're fans. They want to see it. And I'll just tell you from a player's perspective, you don't really get into it until the last game or two of the preseason. Like that's when you say, okay, I need these last two games to get myself ready for the season. That's when you're pretty well going to see NHL lineups in. Like we used to always say, it's the last audition before the regular season. So these are tough. Like it is what it is. It's a mishmash of players in there. Like we couldn't even name half the New Jersey roster. Like I think their biggest star was Angus Crookshank. They had dressed.
Well, like,
no disrespect. It is what it is.
It sounds like a little bit of disrespect.
No, I'm just
poor Dawson Mercer,
Connor Brown, Genny Dadnoff.
Daddy.
I can only remember Dadnoff for one play in Ottawa, and that's when he fell face first and hit his mouth on the ice, and I think he lost 2 teeth. Oh, that's the only thing I can remember for his whole time in Ottawa.
He was pretty good in Dallas. Like, Pete DeBoer really liked him there. Well, DeBoer's not there anymore.
But I remember someone knew him and then covered the game in the NHL, and it's like he doesn't do anything in his own end. And he plays on his off wing. Like this player is nothing what Ottawa needs right now. And he wasn't.
It's hard to recall many things about Dadnoff, including his no trade clause.
But
I think he was aware of it. Just some people didn't want to make others aware of it.
Just say it.
Yeah. Crazy the players that were brought in here when you go back to years past in Ottawa, remember the Derek Stepan when they brought him in? Like talk about guys you just bad. Square peg and a round hole. This is not what you need right now.
Cedric Paquette was here for just
and it's the players were good players once upon a time. It's just bad fits because I remember Stepan goes and plays in Carolina. He fits there because that team's at a different place, and a guy like that can be useful.
But sometimes you're just trying to find but you're just trying to find players, good vets for your young guys, which I can appreciate. And then you're trying just to get to the floor of the cap.
Yeah.
Braden Coburn's another one. Like he's a really good vet. He just like these pieces just didn't fit here if you're trying to really
Ron Hainsey.
Josh Brown.
Yeah.
We could do an all-time list of players that didn't fit. Do you have 4 lines, 60?
Yeah. Where would you put Alex Kovalev?
Oh, that was first line center. Your wing wherever he played.
Jake, can we quickly? Okay, sorry. I'm gonna just try to get one more thing before we get out of here. Go back to the lines. I'm thinking if I wanted to bring this up earlier.
Cousins.
He's a twin. All right, lose the lines.
How about your boy Halliday? Hey, a little goal for you there, Wally.
Yeah, nice.
You chat with him after? Do you have a little chat with him when you're in Quebec?
I got him some popcorn. No, I'm just kidding. We have not had a chat, if you will. It's been it's business. A lot of business going on here.
Well, you're there to get some FaceTime too. You're not just there to eat popcorn and pretzels and hang out with the Daigle. Like, come on.
Can't afford to eat popcorn and pretzels.
You just buy it for other people and complain about it being
an Uber delivery guy.
Well, he buys pretzels and popcorn and then comes on and complains about it on the pod. What a guy!
I didn't even bring it up.
He's so mysterious, though, Yorkie. He's like wouldn't tell us anything about his where he's staying or anything, and then
why would I
tell us
tell
what
you
the
where I'm
player is.
staying?
He told us he bought the popcorn though.
Yeah, won't tell us who the player was. Won't.
Was that $17 including tax, or is that?
I had to leave a tip. You couldn't not leave a tip.
Yeah.
What?
So
I'm
you
like,
just,
what?
You just threw
15%.
Threw them a 20. There you go.
It's like, man. Getting back. If Lars Eller doesn't play, well, they've seen Ridley Gregg now play center twice. I'm thinking he's centering that fourth line.
Ridley Gregg?
Yeah. And because even yesterday was like a game of players who really need to either try to establish themselves or see where they fit. Like the top two lines, I think, are set till Drake Batherson returns. And then you had Ridley Gregg with Cousins on one side and Lixell on the other. Mm-hmm. And I think that could be your fourth line. I think Lixell's played very well. And the fifth line or the fourth line in the game was Kaliev, Halliday, and McEwen, who all three could play. But I think Lixell has the outside chance to be on this roster when camp breaks. I can see Ridley Gregg being the center.
If you listen to what Travis Green says all the time about certain players, like he was asked about Halliday. Yep, just got to get used to the pace of the league.
Yes,
it's the pace of the league. And then when he talks about Lixell, he's like, he plays with really good pace. Like if you read between the lines there, like the NHL game, I'll give you a thanks tips moment here. It's quick. It's quick. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot to process, and the biggest adjustments, the speed. Lixell's a guy that's played games before. Came over from Philly, had a good year in the minors. I think he played 13 or 15 games. So I'm beginning to lean towards that too. Like he plays the game fast. And Travis wants his team to play fast and be responsible, be on top of pucks, track back. It's for your fourth line. You want guys that can track and be on top of guys and buzz around. So maybe a little similar. I'm not saying he's Matthew Highmore, but that's kind of what Highmore did, right? How
Rourke
he kind
Chartier.
Well, it's
Chartier.
Yeah, Rourke Chartier is just a student of the game, Wally, for goodness sake. Where is old Rourke dog?
I think he's still in Russia.
He's good for him. You know what, Rourke? That's very smart of you. Make the cake while you can. You're not going to make $1 million tax-free over in NHL right now, which you're probably making over there right now. Make that cake, Rourke.
Cake spelled with a K for the KHL.
Lixell's been playing like almost 20 minutes a night though, and during the preseason,
so here's what
I've been giving him every opportunity.
Yeah,
exactly. So the top two lines, when Batherson comes back, he takes Perron's spot. Perron plays with Pinto and Amadio, and that leaves Cousins, Lixell, and Ridley Gregg on the fourth line.
As your fourth line
I don't
center.
think Ridley Gregg is a fourth line player.
No,
but that leaves a pretty deep team down the middle.
So you're gonna break up that potent third line that Ottawa featured last year with Ridley Gregg, Amadio, and Pinto.
Yorkie, I'm just telling you what I think based on the way the lines look at the moment, and I know the lines can change in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
but this has been 2 games now, kind of where this has been the case. So,
Ridley Gregg's going to get his minutes are going to go up because he's going to be on the second power play unit and he's going to be on the PK. So he's
the first PK guy at the moment. And I know Pinto didn't play last night.
So even if he's on the fourth line, he's going to play probably 16 minutes a night because he's going to get the special teams times, which I could see it. Yeah, I could see it.
So, by the way, a question was asked, what do you do with Eller then? Well, once Eller comes back, then you move Perron, Lixell, Gregg moves. But this is until Lars Eller gets into the lineup. That's all I'm trying to say at the moment. That's why I don't think Ridley Gregg is a fourth line player. But if Lars Eller is out, this is twice now they've left Ridley Gregg at center. And there's no reason to do it unless you want it to happen. Yeah. Right? Yorkie, you've coached, you've played in the National Hockey League, you've coached junior. Are you doing this for any other reason than to find out if you can play center?
No, I'm doing it because it turns me into a 4-line team where you got 4 centers you can trust. There's nothing worse than putting a center on for a draw. Like, let's say you ice the puck and all of a sudden you've got a guy down taking your draw that you don't really trust that much. And he trusts Ridley Gregg. He was on Ottawa's most responsible line last year with it makes some, Wally, I can see it. You're selling it to me, man. You're selling it.
I just want to be clear. He's not a fourth line player, but
no,
if you
he's
can go
not.
with those four guys down the middle of the lineup until Lars Eller comes back, you're pretty good. And
but that's just it too, right? Because like whether it's Perron or Amadio, like those guys aren't fourth line players, but it just speaks to the depth that they've like stockpiled, right? So there is that quality flexibility, and I think they're in a good spot. They're in a really good spot, and like we talked about Greg playing on that third line with Pinto and Amadio, but I mean, like Perron also had a lot of success playing with those two guys there last year as well, and obviously a much smaller sample size.
Played in that spot.
Yeah, he looked really good, but it just speaks to the quality of depth. If he's playing like 50 minutes a night, like you already said, then they're in good shape.
The other thing too is like you're on the coaching staff. You've got some tough decisions to make. The last thing you want to do is throw David Perreault on your fourth line for how hard he works. Change it. We already talked about the guy sprints to the bench on his line changes. He's a really good player. So you kind of kill what's that old saying? A bird with two stones or whatever. You make a move that
two birds with one stone.
Yes.
Kill a bird with two stones.
Boom, boom.
Nice.
Did you kill a bird? That's bad. The bird's dead. Leave it alone. You don't need two stones.
Hit him again.
When we're like, hey, listen, when to be clear, this podcast is pro birds. We endorse bird houses and bird seed.
Big birds on line one.
Big birds. Hey, how good's Amadio been this camp though? Just so smart. I know he was.
He didn't even play yesterday, but let's talk about him. Two birds and a $17 pretzel.
See, we've gone over our allotted time here. We're at 10. We've been on the air for 61
minutes now.
Yeah. Wow. I'm invoicing you for this.
No. I've spent enough. No more. All right. I got to get to the rink. So the Sens have a noon skate. We'll find out anything new and exciting, and then we'll bring it all to you on the latest edition of Wally Vision. And then tomorrow, as we get you set for the Montreal game, we're back at 4 p.m. A little more chit-chat, and I'll see what else I can come up with.
All right. See ya.
See
you, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for tuning in to Coming In Hot. If you enjoyed the show, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to never miss an episode.